up, loosen up my legs, or side to side. So I'm going to do one in, one out, also known as in and out for short. So if it's an in and out, you guys have an idea what I'm talking about. And I'm going to knee slice through, okay? So the knee slice requires me to step forward and staple the inside thigh, right? And you're going to put your knee down to the ground while the ball of your foot in the back is also on the ground as well. Of course, you're not going to get that for everybody. Some legs are much thicker than others. You might not even hold it all the way down to the ground. So I'm in this position, right? But I really want to face and kind of square up towards him. Okay? If I'm out this way, he can really, go for an outside attack, try to take it back. I'm going to face a little bit. My right arm or my inside arm is going to go over his knee, pushing back while my hips go forward. So that way I can bypass his knee shift. And then I'm going to go for an underhook here, right? This allows me to knee slice through by grabbing his wrist or his tricep to knee slice through to this point right here where I go to a baseball slide. But what happens if I don't get this underhook and he underhooks me back and then I try to knee slice through, he just takes my back. That's what I don't want to happen. So in order to counter that, I'm knee slice, underhook, he underhooks me back, I headlock, right? So I pull his head in, right? As close to me as possible, and then I'm gonna post out. So me headlocking his head, he can't go for the back as easily. So in this, while I'm posting, I'm gonna do a long back step. And as I back step, you see my post here? This is why the post is there. So I back step, and before I hit the ground, my scoop comes in, and then I cradle him into position. Once I cradle him into position, I want to make sure his hip is off the ground by rocking, then locking up my figure four underneath, so I have an inside triangle, also known as syncope. Okay, so I'm in this position called 411, but it's a variation. It's a modified 411 with a cradle to go along with it. So his legs, right? A lot of times, what you're going to do is you're going to attack this leg right here, but a good leg blocker will figure four his legs to prevent that from happening. So I can't pull his leg up and go for that knee bar anymore, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to keep this scoop, but let go of the head. When you let go of the head, you're going to reach across the other side of the leg, his far side. You're going to gather his leg from the top position. Some people try to go from underneath, but he kicks out. So that makes it hard to pull it from underneath. If he gives it to you, then great. But most of the time, they're going to kick out. So I'm going to gather from the top. I'm going to kick out. There's no kicking out anymore. Right? That's when I let go of the scoop. And I gather up this way, but I wrap my arms around his ankle. And pulling it over this knee right here, on his knee, so I can hold it right here into position. If I go past his knee, I trap this leg as well. Go ahead and move that leg. It's hard to move. However, if I keep it on this side of the knee, look what happens. Can you move it? He moves it. He actually can fight out easier this way. So I make sure that it's over this knee. Okay. So now I need to unlock, post on 2 points of contact, and I'm right now, I'm at 3 o'clock, and I need it to 6 o'clock. So I start scooting back, back, back. When I'm at 6 o'clock on the clock, right? I'm like at 5:30, just need a little bit more. 6 o'clock, I'm gonna turn him belly down now by using this foot behind me, pushing, turning him belly down. Now relocking, and now I got an Achilles lock right here. An Achilles lock, you gotta bring it up to your sternum, bring your elbows behind you, and use your legs and your hips to apply this submission right here. So I'm gonna push my legs back, my hips forward, and there's our Achilles lock. Sometimes though, your opponent has thick ankles, thick legs, and you can't submit them no matter how hard you try, or they lost all their nerves in their ankles. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a reverse Achilles. By switching arms through, the inside arm slides out, using your thumb to slide all the way back to the ankle. So I'm right here forcing my hand, my thumb right to the ankle, opening up my outside arm, palming that bicep, palming his shin, using my shoulder that's cutting underneath to pull away and reverse. This one cuts even deeper, okay? So let's take a look at that again. Push him on his back, side to side, in and out position. Knee slice with the step forward, stapling his thigh down. Trying to be pointing towards him as best as possible, so I'm square with him. Getting my hand through the pocket, elbow pushing back the knee while hipping forward. That bypasses the knee shove. I'm gonna scoop under, trying to underhook, but he's not gonna give it to me, so I headlock him. Then I post right here, so I don't fall head first. When I post, I use this post as a point of balance, so that way I can kick my leg over, and before my butt hits the ground, I scoop and gather and cradle him from this position with an S grip. My four fingers here, with my thumb locking in as well. So I need to get his hips off the ground. So I'm gonna rock back using momentum. Look at my head. Then locking up my figure four. Okay? I let go of the head. I gather. I let go of my other hand. I gather, bring it over the knee, wrap up. I need to get to 6 o'clock as I'm at like 2 o'clock right now. So I unlock, posting, getting my elbow behind me, posting, posting, posting. Look, I'm on 2 points of contact, right? Keep going until I'm at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna use my outside leg to go belly down, pushing, putting my fist, closing my hand to make a fist, and lifting up to my sternum. Once he goes belly down, I relock and apply the submission. Sometimes it's tough to get that. I turn, my back is almost flat against the floor. I use my thumb, and I switch places with my forearm. Grab my bicep, grab his shin, and then I'm gonna lock it into position, pulling this shoulder, the cutting arm, away and using my legs and hips to go forward. Cutting arm, okay?